What's up, everybody? This is Donville from the OnePot podcast, and this is episode 22.
Your boy CN.
Trev.
Yo, dog, I'm telling you. This week in I'm gonna say in life and in the world has been crazy.
Yeah, it has.
No, I've been listening to a lot of interviews this week. You know, like interviews from different angles, different people, and you know, even looking at my daily life, people around me, people I work with, you notice there's a lot of similarities in what people complain about. You know, like I think a couple weeks ago, you hear me talk about knowledge sharing, you know, or even helping somebody else get to the next level of the next platform.
Yep.
Without having somebody else there trying to take it away from you. Is instead of being happy, they're more want to injure your success. Even to think about, if you say you're poor and you come from a tough upbringing, you should know what it feels like to try to get out of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
if you come from that and you see somebody else coming from the same spot, why wouldn't you not want to help them? But instead of stepping them to get even to a higher platform.
So you're talking about crabs in a barrel?
I mean, yeah. On a very specific standpoint.
All right, Joe.
You know what I mean?
It's sad, man.
No, it's sad. When I say that, there's different interviews. Everybody, we already know Eminem's Kill Shot track is the number one thing on YouTube. And
yeah, I still haven't even listened to it, man.
No, you see what I'm saying, Dom?
This is like I'm not into the beef anymore. It's like, all right, I'm over it.
And you see how Dom will say he's not listening to it. A lot of people tune in to listen to it just to see what Eminem's did respond to. But it's gonna get to my point. And then you have MGK dude, Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, back and forth.
Then we listen to Joe Buttons. You know, then the media continues, and then we listen to Cat Williams. Cat Williams had a very good interview.
Yep. It
was enlightening. He dropped points. He dropped points that makes you have to say sometimes you have to do your research.
Yeah, definitely. I think it definitely made people think. I mean,
I thought is a funny thing, you know. No, but you see how Don say it makes you think. Knowledge is power. You feel me? And sometimes it's good for you to seek knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you see how I'm gonna say that. I did like the Cat Williams interview. I listened to the Kevin Hart interview.
I like that too.
Yeah. How did you like Cat Williams' interview?
I like Cat Williams' interview because he gave. I mean, it's not to give facts. He gave information, right? And I'm gonna say that sometimes if you just take the information you get and the information you research, it's something different. He said some things, and then you look at it and you're like, I understand where he was coming from in some sense, and then I understand why he shouldn't have said what he said, right? Because he's just looking at some of the ladies that he has. I mean, he did talk about other women comedians on their own platform, right?
Yeah, they're legends.
They're legends,
done very well.
Yeah, but they're not getting
tours and things like that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, he wants his people. I'm happy for Tiffany Haddish. Yeah. I want to say that. I mean, everybody's a diamond in the rough, you know? Yeah. Especially when you're not at that level. So if somebody sees your light and thinks it can shine bright and they reach for you and it works, you'll be happy for me. So I was not completely happy the way he was going at her, saying what he was saying.
Yeah. And I'm a little conflicted on it too, because on one end, I agree with you. You know, he shouldn't have went in on her like that. You know, she's a young black woman. She's trying to do her thing. and just like that was inappropriate. But I do understand like the whole point of her perpetuating this ratchet culture, and it's like, is Tiffany Haddish on the same level to me? I'm not trying to say anything, but as far as Tiffany Haddish, I don't think she has the same appeal or the same power that Kevin Hart had coming out the gate. You know what I mean? Like when Kevin Hart did his first special that everybody loved, that first big special that blew up.
Was it Laugh at My Pain?
I think it was before. There was one before that. And everybody's like, yo, like nobody really knew, but then people started catching on. It was like one of those. And it's like everybody, it's about your jokes. It's about, your cadence. That's what comedy is about. Like it's about telling that joke at the lunch table, that Dave Chappelle joke, you know what I mean? And trying to do it the way Dave Chappelle did it and getting everybody to laugh, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like
that Richard Pryor feel.
Tiffany Haddish, she's kind of about the gimmicks and the just being ratchet and just doing crazy stuff. And it's like, okay, there's a lane for that, but like I get what Kevin Hart's saying about there's other comedians out there that are women that are putting in work but aren't getting any type of accolades,
Yeah.
So I definitely understand that portion of it.
But to drag down someone's name is...
You don't need to do that.
I'm going to say this. And this is something important that Kevin Hart said. All right. We're not going to talk about the other comedian. We're going to talk about Cat Williams for a second.
Mm-hmm.
He said that you had the shot after Friday. You were at the gate. Your platform.
He could have took off.
Yeah, and he did take off.
Yeah,
but he didn't take off and open any doors. Like Linnell and Red, they went on tour with him. Mm-hmm. They made bread. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it didn't make bread for them to be having their own platform. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. But Cat Williams' style of comedy is way different than Kevin. I'm going to say Kevin Williams.
Yeah, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, right?
It is different.
It's different style. It's more
hood.
The hood loves it. The hood will always love Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But is that commercial? Is that able to be commercialized across the world? Keep on saying it. Kevin Hart, his stuff can be commercialized all over, not just America. I'm talking UK, Asia.
Yeah. And with Kevin Hart, it took some molding. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I think that's because I think there's things, to me, it looks like there's things behind the scenes that are going on that everybody's not seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as Cat Williams, Kevin Hart is right. Cat Williams had that opportunity after Friday to blow up. But to blow up, there are things that you need to do. There are things as far as quote unquote selling out.
Mm-hmm.
You got to kind of water your stuff down and appeal to the masses. And it doesn't seem like Cat Williams wanted to do that. Like he was quote unquote on drugs, talking about they trying to kill me, they trying to get me.
Yeah.
Who knows if that stuff was real? You know what I'm saying? Like remember, he was talking about there's people in Hollywood trying to come after him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like maybe he didn't want to do what they wanted him to do, you know? So
but I mean,
it's
you
true.
did get beat up by was it a 13-year-old?
Yeah, but I can't. I see Kevin Hart and,
that was
and the
crazy.
Rock kissing, dog.
Yeah, well,
yeah, you know, the dress thing on SNL,
Yeah.
like, yo, there's some things that
Sure, you see that pause
that you had to do.
I don't even remember.
Yeah. No,
He did wear the dress.
Because I mean, they used to say when you become an actor, there's certain things you have to do. Like even my dude that played Halmo from The Wire, right?
Yeah.
He was like, yo, if I got to be gay in a movie and kiss a dude and rub upon him for $2 million, he'll do it. And then at that point, you stand there, you sit there, and you be like, look, these are things actors have to be willing to be okay with. When you go work with a director, and this is what the director is asking you for,
You got to do it.
Yeah, and you're a low budget actor. Some people is gonna do it. You feel what I'm saying? It's where the morals come in. And I mean, I do understand where Cat Williams was coming from, because Cat Williams was saying, you know, I have too much morals to do certain things to get played. And yes, he will be hood, right? But even so, Char, I want to say this. In that point, Cat Williams was making dough. Dog, Cat Williams was in Grand Theft Auto. Do you know how big you got to be in a video game that's gonna be selling worldwide?
At that time, yeah.
At that point, you feel what I'm saying? Because everybody remembered the joke. Every day I'm hustling. I still remember them jokes.
Mm-hmm.
So he had that platform. And I said, yes, he did go on tour. He did take Red. He did take Lunel. But what Kevin Hart is basically saying, and this is what I really got for him, is that you didn't send them on them own, dog. You didn't put them on a platform so big where you're taking it. Was every time people saw the Cat Williams, it was Cat Williams. Kevin Hart's like, when you see me, you see my team now.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that my thing is this is where my conflict is now. Is that I just really started seeing Kevin Hart with Tiffany Haddish. Not saying probably because I wasn't paying attention, but I've never watched a Kevin Hart special where it started with the other art, where it started with the other people acting. I can say when I watched Cat Williams stuff back in the day, his Pimp Chronicles, I got some
People
Red
involved. Yep.
I got Lunel. I got Melody. You feel me? I've never seen that from Kevin Hart. So
well, I mean, you can't really put the people that are writing for you in front of you. That doesn't work so well. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kevin Hart does have a team of people that help him with things, you know, like.
But on tour, they still perform before. I know. I never went to one of his shows yet.
But you see, sure, those are things that Cat Williams is saying himself he did for his people. Like, yes, I mean, Kevin Hart is saying that, yeah, I'm doing movies. Tiffany Haddish is starring in my movie. Yeah. You're gonna see all the other comedians that I know that's under my umbrella that I'm working with. They're gonna be movies. Like, my team wrote it, my team's directing. Like, you're seeing my people's gonna be on a bigger platform than what you just got.
But I mean, like, okay, so Cat Williams came at Tiffany Haddish, drug her a little bit, and he didn't really say much about Kevin Hart, did he?
No, he said. I mean, when he gets
because Kevin Hart's definitely coming at him more in defense of Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, and Little Rel.
Yeah.
Carl.
But I mean, like,
because those are his people. Those are all people on his team.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't even know if it's really just his team. It could be just, why are we downgrading ourselves? Why are we always the one that will put or hold us down when Kevin Hart was saying, we've been asking for these doors to open. Yeah. Now we finally open up, and then we finally find ways to have our own doors being created and open. But yet we keep on bringing ourselves down.
I mean, agreed.
No, you can look at in the music industry too. You can look at it in our work.
Yeah, you gotta look at the way Kevin Hart even interacted against that. Like, he basically tried to drag Cat Williams and say, "Oh well, you don't own this, or you ain't really making that much money." Or,
that was more fact checking too.
Yeah, it was fact checking.
I mean, you can call it fact checking, but it does sound like you kind of dragging him too. Like, like you got to drag him to prove that you're the bigger man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just that mentality. It's destructive.
Yeah. How come it's always in the black community that we have that mentality?
Man.
Yeah, it's always. I'm gonna say this. We're gonna go back to Tyler Perry.
Okay.
When Tyler Perry first started making it, he had more black people hating on him than anything else.
Oh yeah, still,
you know what I'm saying?
They still hate him.
And and I'm gonna say Tyler Perry brought his people.
Yeah, he reaches out and
Trevor, you said that's like bring his people. Tyler Perry's people has a sitcom. That he directs.
Their own sitcoms.
Their own sitcom. If you know what I'm saying?
He's got a compound. Just for filming and all that stuff. Like, he really puts in work.
If you know what I'm saying? But it's finding ways to bring your team and to show to look at it. Remember, Medea was a comedy. Yeah, it's a comedy it's a comedy from a different angle.
Yeah, with some real life situations, but it was comedy. You're not gonna look at Medea and say, "Oh, damn, I can't believe her struggle." No,
you feel it.
You don't laugh.
You know what I'm saying? And it made it made white people to get a look inside of black people's struggle in different ways. Because other than from
made black people look at black people's struggle in different ways.
No, but now that
you know what I'm saying, like,
no, but
what I'm saying is it opened the door to certain demographic.
Yes.
That, you know what I'm saying, everyone outside that demographic did not know.
Yes.
You know what was going on. I had no idea. Like,
I like that word.
It was some very, like, even the domestic abuse type stuff. Like, yeah, you hear about it, but to see it on film, like, that's very powerful. You know.
Well, and I'm gonna say like this. I like the episode when she was spanking her granddaughter.
Oh yeah, whooping
yeah, for being disrespectful.
Yeah,
and it's the reason why. And I like the word. Don't use the word demographic. I like that word. It's a very strong, very powerful word.
Succeeds race. And
yes.
gender.
Yeah. You feel me? It showed people from different demographics how to handle certain situations.
Yeah.
In some aspects, certain things that's been, I can say, lost in the art.
Exactly.
Of things in parenting, in society. And the reason why I like Medea, because Medea didn't do it with any derogative terms. She was able, in the sense, to portray to another demographic in a way the other ones do. Because when and I got to give Kevin her a shout too. Well, I mean, he tried his best, but when you come to a Cat Williams and a Kevin Hart, they be cursing doing their event. You feel me? I applaud Steve Harvey, because Steve Harvey was like, look, I'm going to make a change. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's one of the legends, you know?
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to stop doing comedy and cursing. Let me show you that I can transcend beyond. Like, if I'm such a good comedian, I should be able to give you great content without no way of saying to be disrespectful.
Right? Yeah.
You know, and then we're such in a culture or in a society right now where cursing and being derogatory is very flattering.
It feels
it's
like,
quote unquote real.
Yeah, that's exactly what I say. Like, yo, you real because he cursed, yo. That means
like,
he felt
really?
That.
Yeah, and that's what. And I'm not to say it. That's kind of where Tiffany Haddish is right now.
Yeah.
Right. You know, because they like her because she's portraying that whole side. That this is what we know that they're doing. We just got somebody who can act it and do it before. Remember, Dave Chappelle was playing this role before, and he was like, "Yo." They just wanted me to keep doing it too much.
Yeah, it was more. It was less of a you're laughing at the joke. Yeah. Now it's like, oh, you're laughing at me. Yes. Like, hold up, something's wrong.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? And I feel that with her because there were certain things I've heard her said in her jokes and what she done. I mean, not saying it's not funny, but I'm like, yo, on some real, let's kind of hope Shorty's ain't talking and doing stuff like
chill. What was that one thing? So there was this thing, Girls Trip, and the Girls Trip. Yeah, it's a funny movie, whatever. But, like, I was like, yo, that's a little reckless. Like, she was like, oh, you can't get an STD in your booty? Like, that's taking it too far. You know what I'm saying? That's like, you taking it too far. People going to hear that, and some people might, maybe not the 100% of people that hear it, but there's going to be a percentage of people that hear that and like, yo, yeah, you can't, it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you don't want to. You can't let things like that fly.
This might sound rude, but that percentage might need to get wiped out a little bit. That was kind of terrible if you rethink it.
Yeah.
And in the sense that something was said in that sense, like, yo, do you have a friend that's like that?
Do I? Maybe.
But here's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
And then he kind of pushed it like, is that friend, even if you do have a friend like that, is that friend marketable? Is that friend successful in life? Like, nah. That friend's the one you're trying to talk to, like, turn around. Like,
please stop doing these.
You need to change your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
that's the friend you constantly having talks with.
But I'm gonna say this. What I can do.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. What I did get from Tiffany Haddish though is that Tiffany Haddish can act. She probably could change her jokes, right? But nowadays they want somebody who can act.
I believe, like, in the coming years, especially all the movies that she's about to
we'll see
announce the other day. Yeah, I think it's going to be a change. It won't be the same ratchet character. Maybe even this latest one.
That's not because what did she do something after the Girls Trip?
I think it's going to be this movie.
Yeah.
This is technically right
so this
after.
is like her.
So it's night.
This
school.
is her moment to prove like that she is really about it.
Yeah.
Because I saw the clips of Night School, and it seems pretty fun. There's another movie that she's doing too.
One with what's it?
That seems really where she. Yeah, that one. That seemed really funny.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested to see those, and based on those, man, we'll definitely know if she's, she can show improve, because that's what it's about.
Yeah, and also I also respect how she held her head up high, no matter how much the internet, how much Cat Williams,
she did not get into the dirt.
I like that. You know what?
Yeah, funny
like, oh well, I'm still making movies. I'm still doing this, that, and the third. So that's how we all gotta live in life too. We gotta always look for the higher road.
Exactly.
Because it's nonstop hate down there.
Yeah, but you see, and that's what the culture is. Yeah. And I'm gonna say this. That's the way we're talking about this. I'm sorry, guys. Crab in a barrel mentality.
Yeah, crab in a barrel.
Because it's what killed Biggie. It's what killed Puffy. Mm-hmm. It's what
Pac.
I mean, that's our Pac. Sorry. Yeah, right.
Newsflash.
Hold up, what?
Kill Pac, right? And it goes on in so many different in artists, in business. Mm-hmm. It's like instead of people learning how to work together, it's like they have this mentality like, oh, I just want to be at the top by myself.
Yeah, and I must be king. I must be king alone.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, why can't we all be kings?
Yeah.
Why can't we all share the wealth?
Here's a study on it. So I was listening to. I'm a big nerd, so I'm listening to the SpaceX Expo they did on Monday, and whatnot.
Yes.
And they asked Elon Musk a question. They were like, "Hey, what do you think about Boeing saying that they're gonna launch a space shuttle and be the first humans that land on Mars is gonna be a Boeing spacecraft?" Mm-hmm. He was like, "That's great."
Yeah.
He's like, we want the competition. Like, a race is good.
Yeah.
Because, and what we find in business is that the first people that innovate and first people that make something, it's not always the best. Mm-hmm. It's the people that come after them and say, yo, you did that, but I'm going to do something even better. Boom.
Yes.
Put that on the market.
I see what you missed.
Boom, put this on the market. Like, Samsung wasn't the first people that made the smartphone. Yeah. They did it after many other companies. Nokia, but right now, they're like, exactly. But what I'm saying is like, yo, look at Samsung compared to Nokia right now.
Yeah.
It's
a struggle compared
we need the competition. It's good. It's good.
That's what we have unlimited. I want you to remember, the more phone company came out, Trev, at first, do you guys remember it was only unlimited week? It was free after 7.
It was like nights and weekends. Oh my gosh.
And then you get nights and weekends.
Robbery.
If you know what I'm saying?
Hard to kick.
Insane. Like, yo, let me wait till 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
yo.
right? I said, what? Man, bedtime
we could talk all night. Just wait till 9 o'clock.
Shoot. I remember me being in Miami and calling Fort Lauderdale. It cost like a couple cents.
Oh my
and we were just miles away. And it cost more money.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then the more competition came in, it basically flooded the market.
Yeah.
Like now, if you had to have you and all your family members on a phone back in the day, Trevor, it's like $600 to $700 a month for a phone.
It'll be insane, and that's without data. That's no data.
Yeah, they don't even exist yet.
That's just to make phone calls.
Yeah,
if you know what I'm saying.
They was charging for text messages. It was like 500 text messages a month was your limit.
Yo, for real, video messaging was it, though. It was like,
yeah, everyone at home, go count how much text messages you have on your phone right
insane.
now. And imagine that you had to pay. Like, what, point something of a cent?
Yeah. Yes. Like 3 cents or 6 cents?
It was something like that.
It was something small, but still, that was crazy.
Yo, bros in the internet, that was it.
Oh my gosh.
Data cap gone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I miss beepers, though.
No, but I want to say that. But you see, guys, looking at it in that sense, there's nothing wrong with competition being there, right? But and there's nothing wrong with having an even playing field. Everybody wants to be, say, number one. But why can't we all be ones? Why can't we all be kings? You know what I mean?
I would think different. I would think respect second place, respect third place too. Everyone wants first, and not everyone's gonna get first.
Yeah,
but respect the other places right behind too. We say, he did his thing too. Look at even in track and field. Yeah, and we respect second and third too.
Yeah,
just as much as we respect first. Yeah, because they got there.
Yes,
and it's not easy.
And it ain't easy. Yeah. And in any sport, it's not easy. In any event, in any craft, in any industry, it's not easy. So when you're trying to better yourself and do something, and you're looking at your sisters or I'm gonna say fellow people, there for assistance or help, and I'm gonna say this, guys, if you're not helping me, just don't drag me down.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Very
If you're not helping me, if you're helping me and that's something different, like yo, I'm helping you, but you ain't getting it done, I can understand that.
Yeah.
But if you ain't helping me, bro, just don't drag me down.
Yeah.
Just stand back and look.
And stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Because if you don't want to help me, you want to detour me away from what I'm about to do, please, because you don't want this heat.
Yeah, so stay away.
Just go.
Yeah, and I want to say this, guys, and for anybody who's upcoming, if you don't want people to hurt your feelings, just don't be disrespectful. Because I'm aiming that one between Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem's. It's like if you do feel like, and I'm happy how Kelly cleared himself up because he's like he didn't know how old Eminem's daughter was.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? But if you don't want no one injuring your success, stay in your lane.
I like how he was saying that he reached out to give the apology, and wanted the public apology.
Yeah,
which kind of ties into Nelly X Nell public apology video.
Oh yeah,
go
public
check that
apology.
out.
Thanks.
Yeah, shout it out.
Go check that out, and Janelle need a chill pill because she went off. I respect her, love her, but my God, she was heated.
Man.
But anyway, or this only thing I didn't understand is like, yo, some stuff need to be private.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta say it's face to face and just say it behind closed doors.
We talked.
Yeah, with that.
We squashed things. Look at Drake and Meek.
Drake and Meek, yep, perfect example.
Because they didn't just say, oh, he's in the building. Go talk to
him.
I'm
Exactly.
gonna
have that conversation.
Yeah,
Rico was a good track.
Oh yeah, you can play that now. Now you can have the freedom to play that track.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
before
saying?
it was like, dang, they don't like Trevor right now.
Exactly. It was like,
No, what Trevor? Overall, it was a very good track, and I felt like because of the scenario of crabbing a barrel mentality, because I do feel like that's what it was for like me. It was like instead of understanding whatever you think or know about Drake and keep it pushing, doing your thing. I'm gonna expose you. To me, that's crabbing a barrel mentality as well. I'm gonna expose you, so I'm gonna try to step on your success, right? To me, be in a bigger platform, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
So to see them where they're at, they realize, yo, look, we're better off working together than us stepping on each other.
I also think it was the drugs too, because kind of look at what Nicki's doing. I'm not saying she's on drugs. I don't know what she does in her personal life, but
well, at least we can agree that she acts like she's on drugs.
Something's there.
Yeah, but if you was, I feel like Nicki and Cardi's in crabbing the barrel mentality as well.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it felt the same way when Nicki and Kim was going through it.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm the queen. I'm this and I'm that.
Yeah,
Come on.
You got to give me respect. If you feel me, and it's like, yo, to give respect, something you got to earn respect.
Yeah.
And for I'm gonna say even towards Kim, like you could have showed Nicki way more love.
Yeah, you could have just helped her up.
You feel what I'm saying? And Nicki could have been less disrespectful.
Yeah.
You feel me?
We see this go on and on and on and on. It's like, when is anyone gonna learn like what the right thing to do is? You know what I mean? It's like we've seen it go wrong so many times. It's like, what's the end goal here? You're gonna trash on this person and then what?
Yeah.
Are your record sales gonna grow up?
Yeah.
Probably for a second.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no you're not winning at this.
No.
Yo, for real, Trevor, I told you Machine Gun Kelly's gonna drop an album.
EP.
Oh yeah, you dropped a mixtape.
Yeah.
Which smart businessman.
Yeah, you know
do
what I'm
it when
saying?
everyone has your name in their mouth.
You feel me? So it's beneficial.
Yeah.
Like, but
maybe not my cup of tea, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I realized he did have an audience. And then you realize Eminem's had a bigger audience. But regardless of the fact that this was a perfect opportunity for him, I wish him all the success with this.
Oh yeah.
And I'm happy he basically said that he don't feel like he needs to respond or keep going.
Yeah, it's good.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, I'm over it.
Yeah.
Done.
You know how I feel. I know how you feel.
Yeah.
Like,
Next big news story after this. Like,
well, the next big news story is about Kanye decided to move back to Chicago, downville,
and drop an album.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay,
so this is very interesting, man. Like, Kanye just, he kind of fell off, man.
Kinda.
Yeah, kinda. I'm not gonna say completely. Because at the same sense of things, like, it's still Kanye,
It's a reach.
And the music is still going to be somewhere out of this world.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's going to be somewhere out of this world, and it's going to push our culture forward. Yeah. And that's what I think I admired most about Kanye, and still do, is the fact that he presents things that are 1, 2, 3 years ahead of where we're at now. He doesn't stick with whatever's going on right now.
I do think Kanye moving to Chicago is a good thing.
Yeah, I do think it's a good thing. One thing that I gotta say is really annoying is like the way he talks now. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like what happened? I don't know who he's hanging around, but you didn't hear.
I only heard the one thing about the whole Kiki.
Yeah, so he had this huge 3-part rant on Instagram about the whole Kiki thing, about how it's about his wife, and he don't want Drake to he basically wants Drake to denounce that Kiki is Kim Kardashian.
Out of any names.
And then also he wants Nick Cannon to stop talking about his wife because they used to date. And he wants Tyson Bedford to stop talking about his wife because they used to date. But I'm like, Kanye, man, you sound like if you're gonna do that, you got a long list to go through.
For
and
real.
tell people to never talk about your wife again.
Ray J,
exactly, like you gotta talk to all these people, and it's like
Reggie Bush.
When you're,
I mean?
and it gets
There's
to
a
another,
lot,
it gets to
a lot of celebrities. Bro.
It opens up a topic to like, okay, if you dated somebody and that person is very physically attractive, you know that she might have dated a lot of other men. Like, what's your stance on that? Do you say, I don't want to know about it, I don't care, or do you say, hey, I'm gonna still embrace you, regardless of your history?
It all depends on your strength. Like, are you able to say that when you walk in with your girl and a guy came across, yo, I haven't seen you in a minute, how you doing? Are you able to say, hey, who that? Are you ready to turn up? Or are you ready to say, oh, who's that? Oh, that's...
Yeah, but you feel me?
Cool.
But to me, Kanye should have been ready for that. You married him.
You know what it is.
You
know what it is.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like Kanye, just to be real, everybody's seen your girl.
Everybody.
You feel me? So you should have just been...
One of the most boring... Anyway. But
it was boring.
I do apologize.
It was tell.
Okay.
It was. I was still with my wife.
But I mean, I think we've all been in that situation where you see somebody from back in the day looking, that was always the bad chick, and that was a bad chick. And then you see her, like, you know, recent, like, oh, she's married with kids. It's like, yo, what up? You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever been like you see them on the street and they just ignore you?
Yeah.
Like, because they don't want to.
Because they know how they were back in the day.
Like,
it's like, oh, dang.
Yeah, but you know, Trevor, you said something a couple episodes ago when you were like, you know, if I can't have you, I just can't have you. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if I'm quoting you correctly.
I don't even remember that.
You know, but no, we were talking about having our exes like in like pictures.
Oh, I was saying that once I'm not with you, I don't want to seeing.
You feel what I'm saying?
So I delete all of them.
I delete, but I'm gonna keep it real though. The way Kanye is feeling is that these boys didn't delete it.
These dudes probably forgot. You were the one that reminded them.
No, but I mean, I get what he's saying. Like they are talking about his wife in interviews and in the public. Like,
yeah, because she's a public figure.
Yeah, but
I can get it.
And I can't say, guys, look, if Kim is a flirty person and she showing up at these events flirting with these dudes, giving them hints. Yeah. Right? Or giving them ideas about things they don't need to get ideas about. I see, guys, I'm just spinning it. Yeah. Just for the fun.
I could just imagine where she's at, like at the album release parties that happen in June, all June. Yeah. And, you know, you see a bunch of different people there, and all she's just smiling and say, hey, long time no see. I would be pissed if I was Kanye. Like, when I saw him. Like,
yeah. Did y'all date too? What?
Yeah, for real.
Oh, man.
I mean, so it for her and her sisters, it is what it is. When you jump inside of that type, if you swim with sharks, just know you're gonna get bite, bro.
You in shark waters, yeah. There's gonna be blood.
There's gonna be some blood.
You might get bit.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for it.
So off that and back to the Kanye album. So Kanye is coming out with an album on the 29th called Yandi.
Yandi.
A playoff of Gandhi. It's a really far reach, but I have heard some snippets from it, and I like it. Mm-hmm. It sounds like what Kanye should have made before Yeezus. Like that old Kanye is coming back, and Chicago is a good look for him. He's clicked up back with Don C. I think Rhymefest definitely, and I think GLC, which is his old crew. Currency? No, you talking about Consequence. I don't think Consequence. I don't think he's linked up with Consequence because Consequence is still in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I think it's a good look for him. You know what I'm saying? Being back home, like I think it's gonna be a good look.
I also feel like it was a marketed scheme. If your album was about to come out that soon, and you just got home, supposedly just got home, and all of a sudden your album's coming out next week. Like, come on. Like, that was, you're using Chicago, using these poor people to push this album. Because, like, hey, he's...
Kim don't like the cold, dog. She needs to be in bathing suit.
You think she stepped foot into Chicago?
Nah, she was in there on Instagram.
Yeah? She was there?
Yo, like I said, that's his wife, and she's a ride or die. As much as people want to say, she put him in a sunken place, they're witches, all this crazy stuff people say about them. That is his wife, and she did. And we gotta remember, she did give him 2 kids, and a lot of women in this industry,
I think it's 3, right?
They don't. Wait, is it 3? Dang,
yeah, it's 3.
I'm tripping
because the other one was what do you call the thing? Wasn't in her.
Yeah, surrogate,
yeah.
But a lot of women don't want to have kids. You know what I mean? So I think it says something about her character.
True.
And who she is, but I think she's ride or die.
Yeah, she's tied to him regardless. She got kids for him.
Yeah.
They know separation.
She's always at his stuff supporting him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Anything's going on, she's there.
That's real. I can say that she's been very supportive.
Yeah. I'm like, look at their marriage. Look how long it lasted. Like, this is Hollywood. Marriages don't last that long. No. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a good look. I'm excited.
Okay, so it's the album that's coming out. What is that, next week?
Next week, yeah.
Right, and then what he was saying.
The one with Chance, yeah. Then, that's supposed to be really good.
Then Throne. I heard something about Throne.
So he said there's going to be a Throne 2 album. Mm-hmm. People have been saying that, Jay-Z can't be a part of it, but even Jay-Z and Kanye both said that the only Throne is Jay-Z and Kanye. There's no other way it could be Watch the Throne unless it's Jay-Z and Kanye. Mm-hmm. And Kanye did post a picture with Jay-Z and Beyonce, saying that's family. So I think they're coming out with an album. I think that's gonna be the ceiling that's gonna be the thing that seals this whole sunken place thing and like puts Kanye back where he was before, or maybe even higher.
I personally, it all depends.
So let me ask you, what happened if it doesn't?
I don't think it's possible, because you gotta remember, Jay-Z is the king. Like, you look at the past 5 years. Who can you tell me that's in hip hop that has made anything of themselves that hasn't got co-signed by Jay-Z?
Did he?
West, or no, I'm talking about like past 5 years, like new artists.
Oh, new artists.
West Coast, East Coast. That's made it and has not got co-signed by Jay-Z.
Kendrick.
No.
Kendrick got co-signed by Jay-Z.
Yeah, he got co-signed.
He was on. He started out on Rock Nation.
He did.
Yeah, he was like a rock. He was a Rock Nation at first when he first came out. Kendrick was. Cole
still on Rock Nation. Wale. Did Wale?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was on Rock Nation.
Yeah.
Or something with Rock Nation. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You make a point. Like
Travis Scott,
his co-sign is very
yeah.
important.
He eventually co-signed Drake. You all that time. You know what I'm saying?
Every other album, he's on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, them two cool.
I think once Jay-Z and Kanye put that album out, Kanye's back in good graces.
Yeah.
You already know Rihanna's gonna be on that.
Maybe.
No,
speaking of Rihanna,
a triplet is good.
Rihanna might not be on it because Rihanna's next album, she says, is supposed to be like a dancehall album.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
She said full dancehall. because she does well with the dance hall tune, and she's done a couple every now and then, but a whole album,
yeah.
Rihanna has a sound,
I like that.
If there's one thing you know about the culture, is that if you have a lasting sound, you're good. I mean, if we're going to dancehall music, Beanie Man have a lasting sound.
Oh yeah,
Bone Tequila have a lasting sound. Barris have a lasting sound. Like when you hear their voice on the mic, you're like,
it don't matter where you at.
And then you have some artists who, like, I'm gonna say Merciless. When you hear Merciless, you be like, oh, you just trying to sound like Bone Tequila.
Yeah,
I can say Vibes Cartel actually have a lasting sound. Movada no have a lasting sound. Popcorn have a lasting sound. You know, Alkaline. Me listen to Alkaline sound is like Tifa from Movada and Vibes Cartel.
Completely.
You feel me?
But wasn't Black Rhino first? Then Popcorn.
Yeah. Black Rhino came first.
I would think kind of not really took, but.
Well, the reason
with that same format too.
Well, he made it better.
He made it way better.
Yeah, he made it better, but that's what Popcorn naturally to start, dog.
Yeah.
Because Black Rhino was like, you'll see the like he had the format to it.
Yeah.
But I guess you're right, because Black Rhino had that similarity.
Because I thought they were the same person in the beginning.
Yeah. But Trevor, you actually do have a point. But Popcorn did come and make it better, because Popcorn came and went international with it.
Yeah, I had a conversation at work with an older Jamaican lady. Shout out to her. It's her birthday today. Miss Bree.
Miss Bree, your birthday?
Yeah.
Bree.
We're talking about the differences between dancehall back in her days and dancehall in our days. At least our generation one, because my generation is when Sean Paul was giving the lights and with Bravado before he went light skin, and that generation
before him and Carter went light skin.
Yeah. Bravado went light skin now.
No,
I'm about to say
he just got the American what you would say sun and air conditioner. It's cool his skin a little bit better.
But she was basically saying in her day it was more the wifey matey kind of tunes, and then some gangster ones. I was like fighting it, saying y'all had Mad Cobra, y'all had Bounty, y'all had even on the singers were singing gangster songs.
Yeah. Talking about burning everything.
Yeah,
everything. Burn.
I know, guy.
Yeah, I mean, and ours. I mean, we had a lot of gangster, but I was
T.O.K. Our
T.O.K.,
generation, but our generation started, because if you think about what dancehall was when Beanie Man was there, and Bone Tequila, because Bone Tequila is a format of Ninja Man, like very much so. You feel me? Bone Tequila always had that gangster. Beanie Man always had that girl talk. So it just depends on what part of dancehall you're paying attention to.
Yeah.
You know, because you do have the gangster guys who was like, me, I'm Bone Tequila fan. And the dudes who's like, I'm trying to pick up a girl who's whining. I'm a Beanie Man fan. Because Beanie Man sings for those dudes. Like, go dance with the girls.
Yeah.
Bone Tequila dudes was more like stay in a corner. But that kind of survives for the whole 90s. In the 2000s, it was predominantly war. Yeah. Because the Vibes Cartel and Movada thing kind of put Jamaica into a state of emergency. It did. Because it was like a how you say, like a rolling effect? What's a better word for that? Like a tumbling effect.
Snowball.
Like a snowball effect. Yeah. In the sense that they started the snowball with the music. People started picking sides. Like, oh, if him say a Vibes Cartel fan, and him say my mobile fan, I lick him in face. And then it just starts snowballing. Gang violence, drug wars, and it just until it hit its peak.
I always said I was Goey side, but I never said it out
loud. No, because I'm gonna say this. Movada's a singer.
Yeah.
Was perfect for the era. Vibes Cartel is a lyrical artist, made dancehall music back to show that dancehall music still existed. You feel me? Movada showed a transcend. That's why when artists like Alkaline come out, like, I mean, not saying based on I didn't go for the demon thing Alkaline was singing about. Yeah. It was not my cup of tea. As his music started to progress, you started hearing him doing it less. And you can hear what Vibes Cartel and Movada was. You hear what both of them it would have been if they would have just worked together.
Yeah.
This is what you would have got. And then you got Alkaline.
Right.
Because right now, if you listen to the sound that comes out of Jamaica, Alkaline does have the golden sound right now. Movada.
Big.
Yeah, no, for real. You know what I mean? Yep. It's like I'm not a 6ix9ine fan, but that's what most of these people listen to nowadays.
What?
6ix9ine.
Oh yeah, Tekashi
6ix9ine.
Yeah,
you
stuff
know,
goes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's different. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm happy Machine Gun Kelly was trying to put a little bit of bars back to Eminem's, because it kind of did show that some of these younger artists still have some bars.
Yeah.
You know, we do have with Kendrick's and with J. Cole and stuff like that.
Wale.
Respect to Wale. Yo, he is so underrated.
Wale is underrated.
I listen to. I rate. Sorry to cut it in, but like I rate all of Wale's albums.
Yeah.
He's never put out a flop.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like,
it never hit
great.
commercial.
No, I'm gonna say this. Wale was in Meek Mills and MMG.
Yeah.
He was getting love. Ross showed Wale love.
Mm-hmm.
He gave Wale his
same
time.
love as Meek.
He didn't get that same love. He didn't get Meek love.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, because Wale has huge pop club records.
Otis Flower Bomb. What's the one?
The Shine album, recent stuff on Fine Girl. That song hot.
I just heard his new EP. What was it? Was it called Free Lunch? I think.
Yeah.
That
was hot.
The track with J.
J. Cole,
My Boy. Oh, that's and Rise
hits.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I think it's just the masses still don't trust Wale for some reason.
I don't know why though. That's weird.
Yeah.
Because like he brought in the sneaker culture.
Yeah.
He like, when it comes to sneakerheads, like he started that way back.
Yeah.
Like talking about different sneakers in his songs and like, okay, nobody knew about that stuff.
Yeah. Give a style.
Yeah.
And that's what happens nowadays. It's like, when you create these styles in this format, you got to be able to hold on to it.
Yeah.
And keep rolling. Because you did say he started it. What? Not saying anything. Wale got dedicated fans and got lost in the sauce. To me, and I'm gonna say this is my perspective, guys. You know what I'm saying? If Wale was getting the same love Meek was getting, and Ross was giving Wale love, not saying he wasn't, but Meek love, Wale would have been bigger than what Wale is now.
Yeah,
you feel me? And then that's what it is a crab in a barrel, because sometimes, because you're trying to be patient and wait and watching somebody else's success, you kind of get faded.
Like, yo, what's going on?
What's going on?
I should be there.
I should be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why am I not winning these trophies yet? Because some of his EPs. I can't wait for this album, but these EPs still rocking.
Yeah, I mean like,
thing got leaked.
Like Wale said.
Well, that's not leaked. It's out.
It's out now.
Yeah.
But like Wale said, he's like, I did an album with Jerry Seinfeld.
Exactly.
I'm like, yo, I love that album.
Yeah.
Like that album, it hit.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you didn't win a Grammy, like get over it, man. Like, but it's still a great album.
And that's another thing. People, artists, even back in the day, I wanted a Grammy. Working in mixed production, right? Obviously, I'm not getting one, at least right now. Not right now, but all these artists need to get off the whole Grammy is the trophy. The Grammy is the last.
Yeah, the World Series and championship.
Because on real, there should be your accolades going to succeed way further that if you don't focus just on that trophy.
Do you get the money for winning the Grammy?
No, we don't.
You get recognized by other people. That's it.
I'm sure the money.
Not even everyone.
I'm sure there's some money tied to that. As far as you being a Grammy artist, you might demand, more money for shows and things like that.
Yeah, I think more doors might open and more like, hey, Grammy Award nominated, Grammy Award
exactly.
Winning. But once you get that trophy, there's your doors open. But say like you are going for I don't know, ASCAP Award.
Yeah.
I think ASCAP Award is more bigger. Personally, because I like writing. So I think that's the one that shows your talent. And the BMI ones awards too.
And then there's things like I know like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There's people that got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they're not mentioned every day. You know what I'm saying, for their work. So it's like they're all just accolades. They're all just awards. And it's like,
I know they can keep the accolades. Give me my money.
Yeah. Well, I mean that too. Money's just another thing,
just another accolade too.
It's really what are you doing it for?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, whatever you're putting out, people are being affected by it.
Well, and I'm happy you said it depends on what level you are, because we're gonna go back to the Cat Williams and the Kevin Hart thing. Cat Williams made money, Kevin Hart made money, but I'm gonna say it's based on the amount of movies that Kevin Hart has done. When he did get on his platform, he's acquired more finance to fund projects like this that he's gonna be able to put his people on. So it's just different, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes if you last and you acquire certain things, you're able to do some stuff.
Yeah. Because
being on set once or twice is not really enough for you to learn how to do things. I mean, Cat Williams say that he's a writer. So I've written different things other than from what you see me laugh about or perform my own self. You know, Kevin Hart is a performer. He does write, but he's not saying I'm writing all the time.
Like a solo writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But doesn't it kind of show that who's winning when there's a team behind you compared to when you do it by yourself? Because, you can say, oh, yeah, I wrote all my stuff, even in hip-hop. I wrote all my own stuff. Where are the ones that only wrote all the stuff except for Kendrick and Cole?
Yeah.
Not everyone is got the mentality to do it by yourself. You need a team.
Yeah, and a team makes it work more efficient and faster. Yeah. Because you can't do everything yourself. Like, you can't be in the studio and promote your album at the same time. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? You're either going to let somebody else work on that while you work on this. You focus on this thing right here. Yeah.
So, I mean, it sounds like what you're saying is if you're stepping on other people, those people should really be on your team. You should really be lifting those people up.
Yeah. Bringing them with you.
And there goes the example of the crab in a barrel mentality.
Yeah.
The people that you're supposed to be bringing up with you, instead you're stepping on top of them. And you might make it to the top for a second, but it's not going to last.
No, you have no foundation.
Yeah. No foundation. Nobody's getting no success.
No support. Boom. You down.
Right.
You know, I remember when Diddy had Danny D. Kane, if I said the name correctly. Yeah. They had some people from the West Coast who wrote the song Damage. And if the people was on another series, you would have never known that they're the one that wrote the song. Right. It's like nobody knows or wants to give credit to the engineers, the producers, the companies, the small people, all the other people who make these things happen. It's like the best new artist. It's like, yeah, you're the best new artist, but you do know you have the best new team too, right?
Yeah. Well, do you know when you at the awards, some of those artists, I'm not just looking at hip hop, looking at like all genres, they shout out their production team, their writing team, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of people in hip hop, they're not doing that.
They're not doing that.
Yeah, because they don't want to admit they have a writing team. Yeah. You know, it's like, that's corny. Yeah. Come on.
Just keep it real. And I'm saying, you try to write actors and actresses does it. Because they'll get out there and they'll be throwing out names and you'll be like, yo, I don't even know who these people that they're talking about.
Yeah, they do.
And that's another thing that we in the Black community needs to realize. There's a business behind writing. Yeah. And we're cutting them off because they're thinking, oh, you're not real if you have a writer.
And not everybody can sing.
Boom. Yeah.
Remember, try to look at DOC from
NWA. Yeah.
When he got in that car accident and he can basically rap no more. And according to him and Dre, he's like one of the sickest writers to ever have a pen.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like you may not have the sound, but you have the ink. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
ink is important. And that ink is profitable too. It's just maybe I'm messing up people's money right now, but that money is real. And that money that goes into royalties and you get points and that means nonstop money is coming into you as a writer.
Nice.
And you look at Rihanna and Beyonce. Yeah. It's like for them, they stay with writers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, a full team.
A full team. And they're proud of it. They're like, oh, you don't want to have nobody write for you? Yeah. That's cool. But I want you to realize because they have a team, Rihanna and Beyonce they're very consistent.
Hit factories.
With the music that they're dropping. You know, it's not like, oh, my creative process takes me a whole year. No, me and my whole team creative process takes a whole day.
Yeah, I remember Beyonce. She said something. She had a whole floor of a hotel rented out. She had Swiss beats in room, Timbaland in another room, like different producers in each room just hopping around like, all right, what you got?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Boom, boom, boom. Like that's how you work.
Win.
Yeah.
That's how you win. Have a full squad.
For real.
Team up. Even look at this podcast right now. It's 4 of us. Shout out to Dennis. He's out right now. But
but a football game.
Yeah.
Takes him to the P in my win thought.
Yeah. But this podcast wouldn't have been able if it was just one person.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a team effort.
Yeah, exactly. And even all the podcasts out there.
I mean, you look at corporations out here, man. What corporation you see run off, this one person's the one running this division? Like, nah.
You need a squad.
You might have a director running a division, but you got all these people under him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All these people under him supporting that vision. And you know what I'm saying? That's the only way it's successful.
Yeah, and that's what you had to do. You had to support each other. Instead of being I'm going to say this, guys. Instead of being a crab in a barrel, be a support system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Build that support system. That's what you need to be focused on. Building that support system. Because you're going to need it regardless.
And instead of just breaking bridges or burning bridges, just start building more bridges.
Yep.
The more bridges are built, we build in general, is the easier access people is going to be to these information.
Right.
That's the whole idea of the wheel. It's never to reinvent the wheel, but just to keep making it better.
Right.
Add more spokes.
You know what I'm saying? Add more spokes.
Yeah.
Get to the point where the car is going to start flying, where we don't even need a wheel anymore because we realize because of the motion that the wheel gives, right? We can use air and levitate the same way. I mean, different things.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we need team. And I'm going to say, especially in the black community, and I'm going to go about it this way, Trev. White people and other culture are sticking together. Other demographics sticking together. Why can't we?
Sure. I'll go even to the Jamaican community here. Shout out to them. But why was there like 4 or 5 Jamaican restaurants in one street?
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Y'all could have supported each other, but y'all battled. Not even a mile apart.
Yeah.
Like there was one.
And it's like my jerk chicken tastes better.
But come on. If you brought all that together.
Yeah.
And said, yo, we shutting it down. We're making this bomb Jamaican restaurant experience.
Yeah.
Imagine what you got. Instead of small little shops.
Yeah.
Because that's all you really got. You got small little shops.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right, Donville, because if they would have taken that money and opened one big, huge event, like look at Usain's Bolt restaurant in Jamaica.
It's legit.
You're basically going in there, and it's a full restaurant experience, and you're getting your jerk chicken and your rice and peas and everything. It's like you're getting authentic stuff.
Yeah, entertainment, everything.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put the money together.
Yeah.
These little small mom and pop stuff, they're cool. But think about if you had an organization in that part instead of you got to run to the grocery store, the Publix or Walmart or wherever you get your meat from to come cook the food. Have your stuff personally get delivered. People with accountability. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you go to and get the chicken and the chicken is bad at Walmart, and it's like, man, Walmart was like, oh yeah, just refund your money, it's fine. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, be a part of our organization when everything is taken care of.
Yeah.
You feel me? Get your stuff fresh, nice. You know what I mean? Like, people, as I say, dog, it's crab in a barrel. Let's stop being it.
Right.
Just support each other. For real.
Definitely.
And I gotta say this. I make sure I practice what I preach. You feel me? Because we all see our people out there, and we all see them need help. I want to say it like this. The president said he wants to build a wall. All right? He's going to build a wall. Right?
Yeah.
And in the sense of building that wall, I see homeless veterans everywhere.
Right.
I say why can't we just take care of the homeless veterans first before we build a wall?
Yeah, feed them. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I understand the wall. I'm not knocking the wall. Build a wall.
You feel me? About that?
No.
Or at least in a different way.
No, I'm just saying build the wall.
Yeah.
If you have the finance to build a wall, but how could you build a wall when veterans are homeless and hungry and don't have anything to survive on? You say fight for the country, but we don't have anything to survive for. If we were taking care of things like that, and then you have the finance to go ahead and build a wall, then well, I'm all for it. Remember, there's a Great Wall of China. That's how it started. Somebody was trying to build a wall.
I still want to go there.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And look, Trevor, you talk about it now. Yeah. It may be a very memorable sight in the end. A memorable, if I said the word correctly. Memorable sight. You know what I mean?
I can't speak well either.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To go over to drive to, I'm like, oh, this is the wall. This was the famous wall. They fought for this in politics, guys. You feel what I'm saying?
Really?
You feel what I'm saying?
Come on, man. The great Trump. The wall back in 2018, 19.
You feel what I'm saying? But before we get to that, we could have just...
Politics.
Yeah, politics. But that's a crap in the barrel mentality. Because instead of you just stand and help the people, you're fighting a whole nother people. Help your people first.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother conversation. Provide them jobs.
There's so many other things there.
Even in your friends. Make sure your friends good.
Yes.
Make sure all your friends eat. Eating. Shout out to one of my friends. I make sure she got to do overtime today.
Yeah.
We're going to pick her up and say, yo, you're doing overtime.
You mean it's money, dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Bobby Shmurda.
Yes.
That's money.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good, man.
You got to help each other, people. I mean, I'm not to go too biblical, but why no one ever pay attention to the story of the Good Samaritan? You know, people need help. Instead of trying to injure people, find ways to help. We keep talking about being part of the solution instead of being part of the problem. Let's figure that out. Instead of sitting down and complaining, because I want you to understand, if you're not the one causing the problem, but you're sitting there complaining about the problem, you're still part of the problem because you're complaining. I'm going to say, me personally, you're going to give me a headache.
Most definitely.
You feel what I'm saying? But aim for the solution, like do something different. You know, you say you're thirsty, you ain't got no water. Well, I got water, you ain't got no cup. Well, I can't give you no water, you have no cup. But no, put your hands together, it will form a cup, and I'll pour some water in there so you can drink. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come up with solutions.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Cup's dirty. Go wash a cup. Like, don't sit here and complain, well, I don't have this, I don't have that. Like, yeah, you don't have it. But what you do then?
Yeah, but what do you have? Use what you do have.
Yeah. Use what you have.
You got 2 hands. You got 2 feet. Go make some money.
Go out there and do something. You know what? Nike campaign. Sometimes you just got to do it.
Just do it.
That's my new motto, man. Yeah. Honestly, real talk, and it's working for me. Like, when it comes to things at work, just like there's anxiety, there's different things you're thinking about. It's like, yo, a lot of times you just gotta do it. You just have to do it. Because at the end of the day, whether you succeed, quote unquote, whether you fail, quote unquote, yo, you still made an effort to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because you look at it this way: if you don't do anything, that's failure.
Yes. Yeah.
Not doing anything is failure. So, what would you rather do? Not do anything and fail, or do something and learn from whatever happens?
Yeah, because even if you do something and you do it wrong, what you're gonna learn how to do it right.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm big on repetition. I'm not the smartest tool inside the toolbox, and I'm not the sharpest knife in the knife kit. You feel me? But believe me, when you learn something, you learn how to use it right. It's like I was teaching someone about the chef knife. It's how to use a chef knife. Oh, I really just use this to cut up chicken. It's not really a knife to cut up chicken with. Can be used. Yeah. But it's not really a knife to cut up chicken with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I showed them how to use it, how to cut the fruits and vegetables with. They're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that's what it was there for. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like here. Then you start. So what does this knife do? Well, then this is a fishing knife, and start showing. Oh, I didn't even know this what all these do. Like, yeah, this is a bread knife. Oh, how you use a bread knife? Yeah. I used to just cut like this. No, the knife is made with the bristle. So when you just push, just rub it back and forth, and it automatically cuts the bread for you. You're not when you cut a bread, Trevor, you're not supposed to fight.
Didn't know that because I've been cutting some horrible tough breads. But anyway,
hey, Trev.
no, it's a Trev. It's a Trev. That's what I'm saying. If you use the knife right, you feel what I'm saying, and that's the whole idea. Is using stuff the right way.
Yeah. See, I like that example because recently, me and my homegirl went to play basketball, right? Yeah. And shout out to her, like she didn't know how to shoot a 3, right? And I like shooting 3s, even though back in the day I used to suck. But then I started making 20 in a row because I learned, right?
Yeah, so practice.
Yeah.
I was trying to teach her how to do it, and of course she was missing. She was getting frustrated, but what I liked was she didn't give up. And,
determination.
And she took the lessons I was giving her, and yeah, she missed a lot, but when she made that one,
good.
You know that feeling when you make that, you just hit that. You're like, oh, and I'm like proud. It was like, yes,
and the crowd goes wild.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, but so shout out. I mean, see, it's just there's a lesson in there. It's like never give up.
Yes, and be willing to take help.
Yes, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because if she would have got mad, I'm like, well, I'm just going to sit here and try to be better than Trev. No. I'm going to sit here and take what Trevor's teaching me so I can get just as good. I may not be as good as him, but with practice and determination, I will get better. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Especially, you may not get it right after the first lesson. You may need to keep failing in order to perfect it.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're doing something.
Yes.
And I want to say this, guys. You know, the best, I'm not saying failure is the option, but if you do something and you fail, that means you're on your way to success. If you don't do anything and you fail, you will never be successful.
Right. Yeah, you just got to keep doing it. It's continuous improvement. I mean, that's what business thrives off of in our time. It's like you continuously try to improve. There's no I have arrived moment where it's like, all right, I've made it. I'm not gonna do anything. Yeah. Like no, you gotta continually strive for success, whatever that is.
What's the next?
Yeah. If it's hitting threes, continually hit them threes. Boom, boom, boom. What's your next goal? Okay, I want to hit 20 in a row. Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
You know, like continuously go at it, man. That's what makes us great.
Right.
As people.
Exactly.
And to say this, you'd be surprised what craft you may learn to open other doors. And I'm gonna shout out Jamie Foxx for that one. Guys, you gotta remember when Jamie Foxx tried to come into the industry, he was trying to be a musician.
Yeah,
it wasn't really working for him. I think he was working at Payless, and he was helping a lady, and she was like, "He should be a comedian." He's like, "I'm not funny. I'm a musician." And she started singing, and she was like, "Yeah, you were right, but you're more of a comedian."
Yeah,
you know, and she came to the store a couple of times, and then she told me, "Hey, you know, there's like having open mics right here. You should go out there and see what you can do.
Right?
Just be yourself. People are gonna love it." And then look at Jamie. Jamie ended up being a comedian because remember we got Jimmy from In Living Color.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And just to show you where it landed him,
the Jamie Foxx show,
Jamie Foxx
classic.
Show.
You know, we don't really talk about that show as much.
That show's great.
Because everyone pick up, Martin,
Shoot,
Steve Harvey Show, and Fresh Prince, but we don't pick up
Jamie Foxx show has been continuously doing reruns, man, for the longest.
So he have enough money too.
Of course,
and then Jamie made movies, and then at one point he got back to his dream.
Yeah.
And we heard him and Twista, Kanye. Yeah. She said she wants some Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, he did
some
that.
Luther Vandross. Yeah. And he got back to making music. So you'd be surprised.
Blame it on the alcohol.
Yeah, he had some hits, and he did the one with Kanye.
Gold Digger.
Yeah.
She did me wrong.
He did I think he did a song with Drake too.
It was Drake's song. Then he
did like a cover.
Marvin Gaye. Marvin's Room.
No, not that one. It was
what was it called?
I Get Lonely Too.
Yeah.
I think it's Lonely Too, or I think it's that one.
Something about Your Time.
Yeah, it's one of those
all
songs.
The time.
But at the end of it, Jamie did come back and show that he started as a musician, but by trying to gain success, he discovered he had a whole other craft.
Yeah.
Right.
So you'd be surprised by your determination of not doing nothing and doing something, what capabilities you'll be able to unlock.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big advocate of sometimes it's going over and beyond. You'd be surprised by going over and beyond what you will learn, what you can achieve.
Yeah, right.
You feel me? So sometimes you go over and beyond, and then you get to a point that all the reason why you went over and beyond, you will never have to go over and beyond ever again.
Yeah.
Because people are in management. Sometimes, and that's you look at the people who are going over and beyond.
Yeah.
It's not the people who's just trying to be here stagnant.
Right.
It's a give or take, and it's either you're giving or taking. We just got to give.
And we got to remember, the next time you have to do it, it becomes so much easier. That first time might seem like a huge struggle. You're like, man, I don't want to do this again. Yeah. That second time, like, yo, this is cake. I got this. You know, like, that's how it works, man.
Yeah. Just like shooting them threes. Like, once you finally got the format there, step for it, boom, hit it. Yeah. You can imagine doing that in an actual game than doing that in someone's face.
I mean, look
people's feelings.
Or people feel whatever. Look at Steph Curry.
Yeah.
James Harden. I mean, Ray Allen. All the shooters, great shooters. Mm-hmm. I mean, the list goes on. Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Larry Bird, Reggie Miller. People who took the time to hone their craft of shooting. Yeah. You know, it took some work. I remember Tracy McGrady sucked at shooting. Mm-hmm. He was good at laying the ball or dunking it, but his jump shot was off. Yeah. This was when he was with the Orlando Magics. Mm-hmm. During his off season, he hired a shooting coach. Right. Next season in Orlando, he went off. Yeah. Right, but because he was determined to learn how to hone his craft, right? He went from being a dunker to a scorer. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, he wasn't dunking the ball as much anymore. I mean, I want to shout him out because he gave me one of my favorite dunks off the backboard with a ball, right? In the game, caught it and slammed it. Yeah. That was one of my favorite moment in the All-Star game. Shout out to T-Mac for that one. But he went to learn. Dwayne Wade, make sure he learned. Mm-hmm. You know, Reggie Miller, the great ones. Yeah. You know, I want you to understand, when Jordan retired, Phil went to LA, he had Jordan come in and work with Kobe. Mm-hmm. And Kobe has that shake fadeaway jumper down to a science. Yeah. At one point when he does it and you look at him and Michael, they look like twins. Yeah. But I'm happy Michael was ready, willing, and able to go through that transition. Instead of holding him down, go forward and help build that bridge.
And I like how Kobe right now is. I saw him in the gym working with Candace Parker, WNBA player. Wow. Yeah. And
that's awesome.
Working with them and developing that shake, developing the hezzy and all that. I'm like, yo, you're just passing it on.
Yeah. Because them shake is lethal, yo. Yeah. I remember when Akeem Olajuwon had a nice hook shot. Mm-hmm. He had the twist hook. Yep. Where he tried to give it that fake, and then, you know, if you don't bite it in the direction. Yeah. And he was just like detrimental with that move. Yeah. You know, then he used it and turned it into the fadeaway. But he came back and started teaching other athletes how to do that. Right. It's that Will Chamberlain talking to Shaq about how he should control the paint. Mm-hmm. Billy Russell talking to Will Chamberlain about his size and factor in the basketball game to say it. You know, I watch football. I wish football would be a little bit more. But football.
Have you been watching it?
Nah.
I haven't been watching.
Well, I mean, I can't say my brother and I come from a Dolphin household. Yeah. So I do pay attention to. My brother-in-law will call me and make sure that I'm watching the Dolphins game. Like, did you watch it? You know, shout out to AJ again.
Yeah. Shout out to AJ.
You know, diehard Dolphin fan. We're gonna get him out here, guys. Yeah. Giving that Dolphin insight. I have not been watching NFL, and I don't even feel bad. I kind of feel bad sometimes when I miss an NBA game. Like, dang, the Heat. I missed the Heat game. Or I don't even know if I'm a Heat fan anymore, but still. Right, but I haven't been really sad.
Yeah, there's no need for me to watch the NFL. I'm good.
Yeah. My thing in the NFL and what the politics is doing to it. Yeah. Is like, again, instead of paying attention to real situations, you pay attention to somebody taking a knee down for the flag, like a regular athlete.
That wasn't something that wasn't even televised.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But yet we ignore majority of the NFL players were in domestic abuse relationships.
Trials, all types of stuff going on in their lives.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's different things in NFL that could be highlighted, that could be fought on. Right. But your aspect of taking a knee. There's wars going on right now in the Middle East, and there's terrorist activity. We keep hearing about all this ISIS members, right? Instead of doing that, you're focused on the NFL, right? So I just think the priority needs to change. And the way I feel nowadays is like, it doesn't matter who's in government. It's like, you know, it's the same pizza, same sauce. It's just change the logo and call it something else. That's just the way I feel about the situation.
Speaking of which, I heard Papa John's might change their name.
What? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Don't say Domino's.
They about to get bought out.
Yeah, well, because they're trying to step away from
that whole thing that happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you could even call it.
Yo, I'm gonna say this: the best thing to do is rebrand and get it over with. Yeah. I know people who do it, change the name, change the feel, and it's funny when a negative stigma is stick with your stuff. Mm-hmm. It's something different. Like I went to Starbucks last night. Mm-hmm. I made an order for my white mocha with soy, and I wanted a double shot of espresso with a scone. Mm-hmm. So I got my drink. She was like, "Oh my! I just want to let you know I didn't get a chance to add the espresso inside of your drink, the white mocha." So I was like, "It's fine. I'll take it in the sack." So she goes, "Fine," and she goes, "Have a nice day." And I'm like, "Where's my scone?" And she's like, "Oh, I didn't charge you for yours." So I was like, "It's fine. I got don't worry about it." She's like, "No. I have to make sure that if I make a mistake on the order, that I get this taken care of while you're on camera." I was like that, so I sat here and got my free scone and I left. But I just like the fact that she was going over and beyond to do that. Starbucks is trying to show that if it's either we rebrand and change the name, or we make these adjustments. And based on the allegations that Papa John's have right now, it may be easier just to rebrand.
Yeah, or get bought out.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to necessarily be a pizza company. I mean, my business mind is going now. Right. It could be like gas station.
Papa John's to a gas station?
Hey.
Well, again,
it's better than going broke.
Yo, and the way Wawa's popping up in the South?
Yo, exactly, yeah.
Join with Wawa.
With Wawa, shoot.
Wawa and Cumberland be doing their thing, yo. Racetrack was
back and forth, man. Yeah, Racetrack was popping for a second, but since Wawa and Cumberland came around, I haven't been there at all.
Right. I loved how I get free air at Wawa.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true.
Like the rest of y'all should learn that.
Yeah.
BP,
free air,
Chevron.
I'm be trying to maybe swipe my card for some air.
What? For air?
It's crazy.
I breathe it for free.
Now if you're trying to put it in your tire.
Wild.
Yeah. Or maybe get that basketball pump.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But what else we gotta talk about? We got like 15 minutes.
Dang. You weren't supposed to say it on air, Trev.
I'm sorry, I'm being real.
No. I mean, there's different things. I mean, I'm happy how a lot of people is coming forward and saying what they feel in the industry. Like I like the openness, but people just need to learn how to do their thing, their disclosures behind closed door. And I'm talking about the MGK and Eminem's thing. I mean,
disagreements and all that.
And I'm talking about the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj thing. Like.
Yeah, but you talking about my kid, so that's on site.
It is on site. It is on site. And you see how I'm saying that, Trevor?
Yeah.
It should never have to get to that.
Yeah, it shouldn't. No.
It's like, what could I have done to prevent it?
Talk to the person. Privately.
Yeah. Text.
One-on-one.
Call.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a very interesting conversation I had. I had a coworker that I work with, right? Shout out to my coworker. He's gonna know who he is. We're talking about he's very Republican. Strong patriotic.
Yeah.
Dolphin fans. He don't watch the Dolphins because he doesn't like the whole knee thing that's going on with them. He's a patriot. Why they're going around on their knees. And my question for him was like, so how do you protest if going down on your knees is wrong? He's like, what you're supposed to do is put your hand over your heart and put one hand in the air. So I was like, thank you for saying that. Because what they're not telling people is what the right way to protest is.
Right.
You can't tell nobody what the right way to protest. That's the whole point of a protest.
No. I mean, I hear you, Donville, but if you have freedom of assembly, that's the reason why we can protest. It's freedom of assembly. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can get out there and join together with you and do it peacefully, but at least there's a format.
There is no format.
What to?
It's a protest.
No, it is some form of down because when you get to a protest.
So when I get to a protest, I'm supposed to put my hands over my heart and put one hand in the air for what, man?
I mean, so
protests are made to be disruptive.
It is made to be disruptive.
It is. If it's not disruptive, it's not a protest. So It's like basically what your friend is saying is like, yo, shut up. I don't want to hear anything about it. Mm-hmm. That's what your friend is saying.
Yeah. Well, all right. Now I'm happy you said it, Donville. Now, if everybody who's listened to the national anthem put their hand over their chest, right? No one technically puts their hand in their air. To me, it's just as the same thing as taking a knee down. So if you're telling me putting my hand over my heart and putting one fist in the air is a way of protesting, you should know that's a protest. You know what they don't want to say is that we could put it just as much as you putting one hand in the air would be considered a protest. They could have still put it in the books to say, look, you taking a knee means you're protesting.
You think it would have been just as mad if Kaepernick would have just put one fist in the air? Just no,
sure, but sure, that's my point. Yeah. I do feel it would have been the same thing because they would have came around to be like, why are you putting his hand in his air?
Here's the thing. Kaepernick at first was sitting down.
Yes.
And a veteran told him,
no, I know that, Donville.
Take a knee.
Blase blah, take a knee. That's the proper way to do it. So, yo, what?
You make a point.
It's a protest.
But
there's no protest hand guide.
Look, you see how you said it. There's no proper way. Remember, he said an ex-military personnel told him to do that. Mm-hmm. But my thing is for the NFL. Somebody outside the NFL is telling you this is how you protested, and you did it that way because that's how they said that would have been the right way to do it from their military standpoint, right?
Yeah.
But what the NFL doesn't have is a proper way to say, look, this is how you protest something without legally being fined or cost anything. What the NFL is doing right now is basically saying that, look, if you don't conform to what we're telling you to do, we'll just not do anything at all. That's where the issue is. They're not giving anybody. There's no format for what you're doing. It's like going to school and not having lunch. If you didn't know that lunch is at 9 or breakfast is at 9:15, you would have stopped class and go to breakfast because that's the time everybody eat. There's a format for it. Yeah. There's no format for protesting.
Exactly.
Now they're saying that you can stay inside the locker room. Well, know what? I'm down, as you're right. It's meant to be disruptive. If I'm in the locker room, I'm not disruptive at all.
Yeah, because the thing is,
you can't see me.
The thing behind protesting is that no, we're not gonna do it forever. That's the point of it.
Right.
Like we're gonna do it until something changes. Yeah. Until you say, "Hey, is something wrong? Yeah. Is there something we need to talk about? Why are you doing this? Yeah. Oh, it's because of this, that, and the third. Well, what can we do to help?" That's the discussion should be had.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not meant to go on forever. Like, okay, well, if y'all want to not stand up for national anthem, well, you're going to get fined. Okay.
Mm-hmm. How about find out
that doesn't resolve anything. Yeah.
I mean, and that's how the system is.
Yeah.
It's like I say that, look, instead of prison is a system of lock away. Mm-hmm. It's not a system of reform.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I understand somebody who's a murderer and killing somebody. If you're killing people, that's a whole other conversation. The rapists, people who's stealing, like reform. If you like to steal, that means you may need a job, dog.
You're just hungry.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, like if you're a rapist, we need to put you in a personal mental institution and lock you away. That's something different. But if you're a drug addict, a format, an institution to help break you away from these things. These people need to have a format for these stuff, but they don't. They use it all to make it a system. But while we'll talk about it, I want to give a shout out to Jason. Yo, Jason's mom is sick, cancer.
Wow.
They're talking about.
Praise to her.
Yeah, they're talking some things that we don't want to hear. Loss of life in that nature.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Miss Gladys Ortiz. Her GoFundMe page is up. Family really need assistance, guys.
Right.
For anybody who listening in here and feel like they want to go help that out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jason again.
All right.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? That was on my mind. That's been on my mind for the whole episode of the podcast, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So
I didn't want to let that. I want to make sure put it out there. But I mean, people need to start helping people.
Right.
And I'm not talking. Sometimes people don't need financial help. Some people just need help in sense. Like when you see, like when I see somebody homeless on the street, if I got some dough, not say I don't give them money, I give them food because I try to read their sign. Mm-hmm. Like, what do you need? Do you need $10? No, your side say you need food, bro. So I'm gonna get you some food.
Right.
But you know what I mean? If that's the help you need, say something. And I like to say, close mouth, don't get fed. Because if you need help, you're not asking for help. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
You know, but we need to be here for each other. Stop being a crab in a barrel, right? And start building stepping stones. You feel me? Instead of stepping on each other, well, you know what I mean? Let's come together and make a ladder. So we don't have to step on each other. We all can walk one right behind the other. Just take a turn, guys. Yeah. You know, so I can, not to say anything, Trev, and use as the term. I'll be like, Trev, you coming? Yep. I'm 2 steps behind. Yeah. Let's keep walking. I'm right behind you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Instead of we trying to step on each other. But you know what I mean? We need to be here to be motivating people, helping them. If that's what your brother or your sister or another personal human being, or you know what I mean? And it goes behind race. People need help. Find ways to help people. You feel me? I know people who go out and help feed people in the homeless shelter. And to me, those people are the real winner. I'm going to shout at them because they're the real MVP, dog. Yeah. You know what I mean? Getting up in the morning. I know a lady used to get up and feed the wild cats. Like she go to cat stops and feed the cats. I'm shouting at her out too. Yeah. Because animals are starving. True. You feel what I'm saying?
But they're too horny, though, and that's why they're so many cats.
Dang, try to kill them off.
Yeah. No, don't kill them.
No, but I'm just saying. But, you know, she goes out there and she feeds.
Go that way.
Yeah, she feeds them and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, I want to shout some of the real MVP out. Right. You know what I mean? Some of the people out there who's actually making a difference, helping. You know, I think I told you guys a story a couple weeks ago where a stripper stopped and bought some McDonald's or something like that for somebody. You know what I mean? Like, if you feel like you're making something extra, you can help somebody, you'll help them out. You know, like, I mean, I have a little thing that me and my wife does where we give like clothing and food to people in Jamaica. Right. I'm not saying donate to my cause, you know what I'm saying? But help create a cause for your people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Your brothers and sisters, your nephews. You know what I mean? Sometimes you may have some sneakers or some shoes or some shirts or whatnot that you may have. Yeah. That, you know, it's good in perfect condition. Instead of just throwing it away, yo, give it to another family member.
That needs it.
Yeah, like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like furniture you don't want. Just give it to someone that actually needs it.
Yep. Or ask questions.
Yeah.
Gotta say something.
Yeah, say something. Like, let them know, like, hey, I don't need this anymore. Let me donate this to Goodwill. That's always they're everywhere.
And they always need stuff.
They always need stuff.
Come and pick it up for you. Say, oh, thank you, appreciate that.
Yep. Yeah. I do like that about Goodwill. Shout out to Goodwill.
Yeah.
They come on and get it. Yeah. You know what I mean? My only thing with Goodwill is that I don't see why they're reselling it when they get it for free. But I guess that's a whole other conversation.
I wouldn't take it, but yeah,
they do make revenue. That's a whole nother story. Yeah, it's a whole other thing.
But you know what I'm saying?
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Multi-billion-dollar industry getting free stuff.
I'm just throwing that number out there just to say
you're not far.
Yeah, I'm sure it is though.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to everyone that's been listening
from day one.
22 episodes.
Real.
Yeah.
Dang, $5.1 billion. I need to work at Goodwill.
You actually looked
it up. Yeah, I looked it up.
Told you.
Yo, $5.7 billion with a B.
That just changed the narrative.
That's 1 year. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's 1 year?
Yeah. Yo,
shout out to Goodwill.
The connect, man. Yeah. It's the plug.
You feel me? Yo, it is a plug. When you get something for free and you sell it for a profit,
yo, you can't lose.
That's $100 markup, bro. 100%. No, it's 100% markup.
Is it?
Yeah, because
it's more than 100.
Yeah,
it's an infinite markup.
Yeah,
it's infinite.
Yeah, it's $1 billion markup.
You're right.
From 0 to billion, it's billion. Yeah. But yeah,
wow.
How did that? Right.
I mean, that brings me to the positive side of the week.
The positive.
I missed the ratchet ones too, by the way.
Yeah?
The ratchet talk. We should have like a little audio thing like that.
Yeah.
Positivity.
Yes, the positive thought. I want to leave it. It's going to be based off the crab in a barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Be the support each other need. Yeah. Right? Not the system that makes it fall. Mm-hmm. OnePot podcast.
Let me throw in a ratchet thought.
Thank you.
Don't be a crab in a barrel because I get steam.
You know
you get steam.
I will add some season to that water. Make it
You're annoyed.
Yeah. Now I want crabs. Great. They're edible.
Edible.
People.
Yo, not those scraps.
Not the other ones.
Not the scraps.
Oh my God.
Not the scraps.
Clean that up.
Yeah. Pause.
Pause that.
Pause.
Guys, OnePot Podcast, episode 2020. We out.
22. Peace.
Support condoms.
We support condoms.
That's right.